Hello everyone and welcome to yet another video about armored fencing. If you clicked on this thumbnail to find out who would win, a Landsknecht or a knight, well, I have to disappoint you. This is not exactly an episode of Deadliest Warrior. This is just me and some friends having fun with polearms, but there's still some interesting observations on full versus half armor to be made here. After the intro I'll do a bit of background for those interested, but otherwise feel free to just skip ahead to the sparring. A little over a year ago, I did a video about fighting in the sort of half armor that late 15th or early 16th century infantrymen such as a Landsknecht would wear. Perhaps unsurprisingly, we found that even the relatively light armor was pretty good for protection against most cuts and thrusts. Since then, I've done some more sparring videos, which seem to indicate that Landsknecht armor was pretty great at protecting you from polearms such as pikes, but also that dedicated techniques against armor such as half swording are very effective, as the gaps between plates are so big on the Landsknecht set. What we didn't do yet, however, was compare fighting in the half armor of a Landsknecht with fighting in a set of full armor, such as a knight on foot would be wearing. First interesting observation, we wore our armor for the entire day and I found that my Landsknecht armor was less restrictive in going about my business that full day. And that's not necessarily about the mobility, because we did some yoga in armor for shits and giggles and everybody did just fine at that. But wearing lighter Landsknecht armor means you just expend way less energy, and that made it easier to do other things besides just fighting. We also filmed our sparring bouts, and I did a bit of an analysis of all the hits that took place afterwards. And what I did for this video is show 3 different types of hits. A shield indicates that the hit was on armor, and we think it would have been inconsequential. A spray of blood, well, that speaks for itself. And then there's the bonk. This does not only mean that the recipient of that hit should go to horny jail, but also that we have a strong inkling that this hit may not have penetrated armor, but would have done some damage underneath. Before I tell you some interesting things I noticed, let's just keep in mind that at this point there's way too many variables in these sparring matches to really say anything with any degree of certainty. For instance, it's really difficult to make any judgment on how lethal a hit would have been, especially if you're just doing friendly sparring. And although we all train in our armor regularly, that's no guarantee that our armor and skill levels are exactly the same as what a knight and a Landsknecht would have brought to the table. That said, I did notice some things that would be interesting to dive into more thoroughly. The first of these is that especially with halberd versus pollaxe, I found that wearing my Landsknecht armor didn't necessarily mean that I suffered way more hits than my fully armored opponents. However, when I hit them, it was often a concussive impact through the armor, while they scored far more likely penetrating hits. If true, that would mean that Landsknecht armor is almost as good as full armor for keeping you in the fight, but if you do get hit, there is a higher chance you'll be severely wounded or killed. You see something similar with pikes going on, and here you don't get to really bonk them that well. But it was still surprisingly easy to take aimed shots at weak points in their armor. And I think that against multiple pikemen, even a fully armored opponent would have struggled to tank every hit. That said, it's time for me to shut up now and let halberds and pikes do the talking. So see for yourself and let me know if you come to similar or perhaps different conclusions than I did. Like a green one, toch? Dat is nog. Heel mooi gedaan. Yes. Heel mooi gedaan. Lekker hoor.
Doorgaan. En hier zit. Lekker.
Nice.
Lekker.
Nice.
Is 8 nog 2.
Ja.
Feld. Da hätten wir weder Säckel noch Geld. Strambelemie, alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor 7 tot. Wir kamen vor 7 tot. Da hätten wir weder Wein noch Brot. Strambelemie, alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor Friaul, wir kamen vor Friaul. Da hätten wir allesamt Großmaul. Strambelemie, alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Alla mi presente, al vostra signori. Wir kamen vor Benevent, wir kamen vor Benevent.